I don't know really how dogs came to be. They switched from lupine, like wolf, to dog, domesticated dog. We know a lot less about dogs than I thought. So today we're going to learn about that. I have my tea here. I love this tea. I found a really good article on the BBC, or actually let's try Scientific American. Researchers have successfully determined the time, location, and ancestry of nearly every other domesticated species, from sheep to cattle to chickens to guinea pigs. But they continue to debate these questions for our best friend, the Canis familiaris. But dogs were the first domesticated species. We thought that dogs were descended from the gray wolf species. It actually evolved from an unknown and extinct wolf. They say they're also certain that this domestication event took place while humans were still hunter-gatherers and not after they became agriculturalists, which is what some people thought. Wow, this article is very long and thorough, but I wanted to share with you the BBC article too. This article focuses on the research of Dr. Krishna Virama of the Stony Brook University in New York. And he says that the dog domestication from wolves began when a population of wolves moved to the outskirts of hunter-gatherer camps to scavenge for leftovers. And he says that the wolves that were tamer and less aggressive would have been more successful at this. It's a behavioral evolution theory wherein the dogs that behaved in a way that was friendly to humans were more successful in life, and that favored that type of behavior in wolves over time. So that's kind of, does that make sense? That's kind of like the theory behind that. It's very hotly debated. Dr. Virama says that about 20,000 years ago, dogs started moving around the world with their human companions. 7,000 years ago, they were pretty much everywhere, but they weren't really the dogs that we consider pets yet. They were more like village dogs, so kind of living on their own. I guess you would call them feral dogs. Do the people call feral dogs? Yeah. They would just live among people, not like in people's houses. Later, they were bred for their skills as like hunters, herders, or gun dogs. That's when like hundreds of breeds started coming up. But apparently in this article, it says that there was prolific dog breeding during the Victorian times. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious about what that looked like. It kind of seems like in village life, people were like, hey, I have this dog. He's really good at hunting. And then they wanted to keep that behavior going, so they made sure they bred that dog. But I don't know how you would be so constant with that you would create a different breed altogether. Like, it would seem like you would need years and hundreds of years of breeding, and I don't know how people would maintain that. Either way, it's like Dr. Gregor Larson at University of Oxford. He said, there's a fascinating story here, and we're just scraping the surface. So it kind of makes sense that I don't really know. From what I've read so far, it seems like nobody really knows. So yeah, I'm going to end that here, but I'm going to probably pick this back up again, do some research, because I'm curious about this mention of prolific breeding during Victorian times. I want to know what that means. I'm probably not going to like it, but I want to know. And yeah, just keep looking into it. If you enjoyed, I hope you have a good day or night or whenever you're watching this. I hope it's good. See you next time.